Good times in the Mushroom Kingdom. Okay. So it is 5:40. Shut up. 5:50 a.m. Stupid time. September 7th, 2020 of the one. Alright. So as usual, let's see what stuff we got. See if we can learn any new stuff and all that bullshit. Promotion. I think we got some new Eidolons now. Yeah, Odin and Bahamut we got, which are new. Odin. Apparently Odin's really good. If you've been if you use summons a lot, which I really don't, but Firebrand's been by far the best. But you can pretty much retire him if you've got Odin. Let's see, he's got Prance. Command Steed Sleipnir to leap away from enemy attacks. Moonring Blade. Fire a shockwave to attack enemies and occasionally inflict death. Cavalier Charge. Close in on enemies and perform a melee attack. And Zandazuken. Kill enemies instantly. And we can increase your HP by 500. Of course, earlier in the game you got a little preview of using Odin, but that's neither here nor there. Guess there's two different versions of Odin. Oh boy. And Bahamut class Eidolons, because we got unlocked Neo Bahamut. Neo Bahamut. Who's probably even, he starts level 86. Good god. Rush. Hurl self towards enemies and perform a body blow. Shockwave. Release an energy wave to attack nearby enemies. Giga Flare. Unleash a continuous beam that can be charged by holding down A and Y. Increases power of Giga Flare. Yeah, 30 AP, damn. HP up. Have even more HP, because, you know, your HP is just not high enough, sir. Further increased power of Giga Flare. Oh boy. Ridiculous. Summon extension. Eidolon remains active for 5 more seconds. May not seem like a big deal, but every second counts, you know. Significantly increased power of Giga Flare. That's epic as beep. Increased critical hit rate of Giga Flare. Pretty safe to say that this thing is going to be OP if you decide to use it. Substantially increased power of Giga Flare. Does it really need to be increased anymore? Like, damn. And we can't increase this till we get 11, so there's that. Alright. Abilities. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm saving up for Jackpot Triad. Keep saving up for that. King, 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 king. Like you don't have any new actual abilities you can learn, but... Oh, right, we were saving up for this to get increased magazine capacity from 18 to 24. Very nice. Got as high as it can get. Sink. Sink, sink, sink. You need to save up 28 to get Twin Spell. Trey Parker. Grand Delta. It's just like Burst Delta, but better, apparently. You got a lot of stuff, man. Guess I learned Grunt. Yeah. I guess I'll put that on. Why not? 7 deuce. Dun, dun, dun. Increase amount of HP recovered with him of healing, sure. Why not? Sakina, who really hasn't been around because he's a jerk stain. Tranquility. Read enemies' attacks and deliver a devastating counter slash. That's pretty much your thing, so guess we can learn that. Eight. Let's see. I think you just have those to upgrade. Pretty much. And a rush. Reduce AD cost of last stand. Why not? Why not learn that? Queen. Need 28 for quick draw. Cater is 20. Oh boy. Speedy charge, quick draw. Cast finishing. Reduce amount of time needed to charge a shot. Okay. Sounds cool. Cast finishing magic after a max level charge shot. Sure, why not? Might as well. Quick draw too, okay. Hater is probably one of my favorite characters to use though. Okay. We don't want to use the Alto Crystarium because we're saving up for those exchange things. You've already spent 50 hours trying to become Agito? You may not measure up to class first, but I suppose you still deserve a reward, Kupo. Another growth egg. Did we get anything else? Any items or any bullshit or... I don't think so, but... Oh, I got Diamond Fists. Magicite Prime. Platinum Scythe. Accessories. Lunar Armlet. Increases fire, ice, and lightning resistance by 20% and prevents burn, freeze, and shock. That's pretty good, actually. Shock armor increases impact resistance by 25%. Yeah. Yeah. Did we look at the Rubrum last time? I don't know. Guess we can check out the new summons, right? I don't think we did. Anything new here? Yeah, there is, okay. The Dominion Crimson Wings. Since the formation of the Armory Guild at Academia, the Dominion Legions made great strides in terms of enhancing their arms and equipment. As part of their research, the Guildsmen embarked on the development of dreadnoughts. The Dominion Legion saw all of Orience as a battlefield, and in order to compete, airships were indispensable. With the advent of the Magic Converter, an engine capable of converting magic into energy to power machines, the Dominion successfully crafted an air fleet known as the Crimson Wings, not the Red Wings. Don't be fooled. Unlike the Empire's dreadnoughts, however, these craft were designed primarily for transportation. They were smaller in size and carried fewer armaments, and there may or may not be a hockey team called the Crimson Wings. Just saying. The Kisaragi-class cruisers are the most common dreadnoughts in the Dominion. Among other types of craft, the Crimson Wings also currently employ small Yakukaze-class scout ships, large Shikishima-class warriors, and high-speed Shimakaze-class corvettes. The stats of the Kisaragi-class cruisers are as follows. Dimensions 482 by 108 feet. Tonnage 6,260 tons. Damn. Armament autocannon 14. Max speed 238 miles per hour. Cruising speed 98 miles per hour. Damn. They got some speed going, don't they? Like, sheesh. The Royal Army. The Concordian Army is comprised of the Queen's 5-star Royal Guard and the regular Draco Knight forces. Standard units are stationed at cities throughout the kingdom and charged with defending royal territory. The 5-star Royal Guard has existed since the kingdom's founding. The commanders, known as Wardens, apparently we're playing Dragon Age, received their positions through heritage. These wardens are administrative officials as well as military leaders, and they play a considerable role in all governmental affairs. Of the 5-star divisions, the House of Akatoki boasts incredible military prowess, and under its warden Celestia, we've seen her, the Akatoki division handles all military operations and conflicts with other crystal states. Other 5-star divisions include the houses of Yuzuki and Yoyami, and each branch of the Royal Guard plays a unique role in upholding the kingdom. The regular forces are organized by region, and each varies in scope, but generally one command consists of roughly 100 wyverns, 2,000 monsters, and 4,000 Draco Knights. The Concordian military includes approximately 100 of these commands, so with Draco Knights alone the army is 400,000 strong. Damn. Including dragons and monsters, the Royal Army's numbers grow to a staggering 600,000. However, those immense numbers also mean that mobilizing each command takes a considerable amount of time. Only a few units were mobile at the war's outset, so aside from the battle-ready 5-star Royal Guard, Concordia began with just over 10 mixed commands, a paltry 60,000 soldiers. So quantity may not be better than quality, if you know what I'm saying. They got some to the western front. I guess we didn't look at this stuff, but what you gonna do? The battle begins at Judecca. Lady Celestia joins the fray. Joins the party, except not really. The situation out west. How you doing? The First Battle of Judecca. Taking a clear stand against Rubrum, Concordia worked in consort with its new Militesi allies, mobilizing its troops to attack from the east while Militus struck from the west. However, the Queen's assassination had left the kingdom in disarray, and the mobilization effort was not proceeding as planned. Thus they devised a new strategy in which the battle-ready 5-star Royal Guard would invade the Dominion by air. The other units would trek to the border while they organized their ranks, then cross over into Dominion territory once the Royal Guard had made their move. In order to hold off the numerically superior Empire, the Dominion kept its legions positioned on the western front, and instead sent fleets of cadets via dreadnought to intercept the kingdom's assault. Rubrum met Concordia in the skies above the Strait of Judecca, separating the two countries, and the battle commenced. At first the Azure Dragon, Lassie Soryu, overwhelmed the Dominion forces with its powerful breath attacks, sending Central Command into a panic. The Vermilion Bird Lassie, Lord Juyu, also joined the fray, but he had his hands full dealing with Soryu and was thus unable to provide any extra support. The fierce fighting continued atop the Sea of Clouds, now a shimmering world of ice thanks to Soryu's chilling breath. Rubrum's Eidolons easily overwhelmed Concordia's wyverns, even forcing the Azure Dragon Lassie Celestia to retreat. The Royal Guard incurred enormous casualties, losing more than 1,000 of its precious dragons. Without its wyverns, the kingdom would never be able to conduct an invasion of this scope again. That's a shame. It's what you get for messing with us, sir. The Concordian coup and the Militesi Concordian alliance. While the rest of the nation mourned the loss of Queen Andoria, the new king of Concordia wasted no time forging an alliance with the Militesi Empire. The Ascendant King's reign stood on a fragile political foundation, so he hoped the Empire's aid would help him maintain his authority. Consequently, Rubrum now found itself at an overwhelming disadvantage. Having entrusted the Eastern Front to the Royal Army and dispatched its entire forces to the Imperial Front out west, the Dominion legions had no choice but to split their troops and deploy several units to deal with their newfound royal enemies in the east. In order to capitalize on the situation, the Militesi Concordian Alliance mounted a simultaneous assault against Rubrum. The Dominion countered the offensive with its lessee. On the Imperial front, Lady Setna summoned the verboten Eidolon Alexander, which pretty much killed everything. Although Rubrum lost the greater half of its legionaries, Militus lost all strongholds and 90% of its units stationed along the border, and the Dominion emerged victorious. Lord Juyu joined the fray on the Kingdom front, where he engaged the Azure Dragon Lessee Soryu, staving off its deadly breath attack and protecting the Dominion forces. Thanks to Lord Juyu's efforts, as well as the Royal Army's insufficient preparations, Preparation H, mind you, victory once again belonged to Rubrum. Concordia was unable to mobilize enough Draco Knights in the short time from the king's coronation to the assault on Rubrum, and although it managed to organize a fleet of wyverns for immediate deployment, Kingdom Central Command could not muster up enough monsters to provide backup for the dragon units. The attack force had high mobility and firepower, but low endurance. In an attempt to supplement the dwindling royal forces, the King of Concordia went so far as to break the seal on the cursed mire of Naraku and unleash the Dracobaltians on the Dominion. Unfortunately, however, this scheme had virtually no effect on the outcome of the battle. we took care of those pool experts like right away. The battle at Big Bridge begins. Damn right it is.
Kalia's decision.
A lessee shrouded in mystery. I almost wanted to say misery. That too. Dominion resolve.
That much? Yes.
Enter Gilgamesh.
What is this place?
Yeah, I actually, redid that mission on Agado, and Gilgamesh was a lot easier for some reason. I don't know why. He just was. I beat him much quicker.
That's about enough.
Next, anticipating a reprisal. The verboten Eidolon Alexander, which killed everything, pretty much. Victory built upon great sacrifice. The clash on Big Bridge. As Militus prepared to invade Rubrum in consort with its new Concordian allies, the Dominion legions initiated their plan to summon their verboten Eidolon to intercept the Imperial assault. In order to secure enough time to complete the summoning, Central Command deployed nearly 300,000 legionaries to the Imperial border, approximately 80% of the entire Dominion army. However, with the inclusion of their newly formed 106th and 107th companies, the Imperial forces nearly doubled the Dominion's legions in size. They easily breached several sections of the Dominion's front line, and before long, the entire front was on the verge of collapse. In a show of military mastery, the Commandant devised a new strategy, covertly deployed troops behind the Empire's forces to disrupt their rear guard and slow the Imperial advance. He assigned a cadet task force to the job and sent it on its way. The cadets arrived to face the enemy's rear guard, destroying the Empire's jammer-mounted MAs along the way. The cadet task force incurred grave losses of its own, but its mission was a success. Lady Setna summoned the verboten Eidolon Alexander, whose devastating power completely obliterated the Imperial stronghold and all personnel contained therein, including the 106th and 107th companies. Militesi casualties were staggering, mounted as high as 180,000. Damn! Talk about a genocide. Their MA is utterly hopeless against the Dominion's Eidolons. The Empire was devastated, and morale plummeted throughout the Imperial ranks. Gotta wonder what they have left. Walk on, wandering souls. Conquer the capitals.
Fate of the Crystal. The endless battle.
Which is where we are now. Messing with Moglin. Yeah. So where we are now, this is the busiest chapter in the game with the most optional stuff, so that should be fun. Should be fun, doesn't mean it will be, but... Incognitus. Wonder who this could be. They get no close-up view. Male, age unknown, height unknown. This Lassie appeared out of nowhere amidst a rapidly escalating conflict between the Empire and the Dominion. Though Incognitus dons the same mask Kun Mi once wore, his true identity remains veiled in mystery. In addition to inheriting his predecessor's ability to manipulate machinery, he also boasts incredible battle prowess. Incognitus was even able to withstand Alexander's divine light unscathed, simply by amplifying the magic barriers on General Bashtar's MA. Gilgamesh! We got Gilgamesh. He looks like a badass here, doesn't he? He gets a close-up. Well, look at that close-up. So he kind of looks similar to how he typically looks, but I think he looks cooler here, though. Male, age unknown, height 7'3". He's a tall sumbitch, isn't he? Oh, he's even taller than me. A rogue black tortoise Lassie who has forgotten his focus, Gilgamesh wanders the world in search of a purpose. In his quest for strong spirits and stronger blades, he appears on the battlefield to challenge all present to a duel, hoping to test their mettle as well as their metal. You know what I'm talking about? The Lorcan Alliance. In other city-states, the people harness their respective crystals' energy through magic and magitechnology. The citizens of the Lorcan Alliance, however, absorb the power of the Black Tortoise crystal directly into their flesh. As a result, their bodies are large and powerful. Kinda like that one dude. Easily able to withstand a slew of spells or an onslaught of ammunition, they have been forged special armaments. They have even forged special armaments using energy from their crystal, buried beneath the land and housed within the Black Peristylium, the sole purview of the Lorcan King himself. The Lorcan people's black tortoise armor allows them to stand tall in the face of even the mightiest Eidolons and Magitech armors. Gilgamesh Ashur is apparently his last name. Who knew? I sure didn't. Alright. Eidolon Arcana. Vulcan. I don't think we ever looked at Vulcan. Vulcan. It's another Ifrit. Unlike its Ifrit-class brethren, Vulcan is unique in that it completely defies mortal control. While its reckless nature proves beneficial in times necessitating nothing but unadulterated destruction, Vulcan will only further complicate situations requiring a more strategic response. In spite of this shortcoming, however, this Eidolon still enjoys great popularity for its incredible strength and convenience. Just summon, sit back, and watch as it wreaks havoc on the enemy. That sounds nice. Ignis. It's a little dude. Ignis. Although this Eidolon is unable to function well in close quarters combat, Ignis's Hellfire packs quite a figurative punch. As a result, Central Command positions this Ifrit-class warrior as strategic strongholds to provide long-distance fire to cover units in the field. Cool. Odin. Oh yeah. Best known for its Zandasuken, this harbinger of death can slay a group of even the most fearsome foes with a single slash. In addition, Odin can also move around the field while attacking with Cavalier Charge, or strike enemies from a distance with Moonring Blade. Giving Odin's well-rounded nature, Central Command has often deployed him as the Legion's main offensive force in many skirmishes against the Empire. Nice. Neo Bahamut and Bahamut Zero, apparently. Neo Bahamut, oh boy. Look at this pile of garbage. This Eidolon surpasses Bahamut in strength, sturdiness, and speed. In addition, Neo Bahamut's Giga Flare is exponentially more powerful than the Mega Flare of its predecessor. I can't speak. Even its relatively short summoning period can be overlooked in light of its outstanding performance in the field. Neo Bahamut's only true flaw is the extremely limited number of covenants. With fewer than 10 of these Eidolons at their behest, sorcery keeps their Neo Bahamut fleet under lock and key, temporarily lending them out to the Dominion Legions only on very rare occasions. And Bahamut Zero. This Bahamut-class Eidolon belongs exclusively to Dr. Arestia El-Rashia, and much like its owner, nearly everything about Bahamut Zero is shrouded in mystery. Not even high-ranking sorcery officials are privy to details about this Eidolon. All that is known about this fantastic creature is that its abilities are on an entirely different level than those of the Dominion's other summoned warriors. In the Battle of Judecca, Dr. Al-Rashia summoned Bahamut Zero, who in turn came to Class Zero's rescue and slayed the Azure Dragon Lassie Shinryu Celestia. Enemy Compendium. 1,972 of those fart knockers. 439. 18. 63. 80. 98 of those bastards. Stupid freak. 93 of those. 12 airborne troopers. 44 Nimrods. 80 strikers. 178 warriors. 54 Prometheuses and Bobs. 98 Colossi. Damn. Helldivers now. You killed 12 of them. Anticipating that skirmishes would soon arise all across Orience, Militesi officials racked their brains to devise the most expedient way to deploy troops over great distances. In response, engineers in the steelworks proposed the creation of an airborne MA. Thanks to recent advances in sea engine technology, scientists had no trouble overcoming the great hurdle of making an MA fly. That said, they still struggled with practical issues like extending the Helldiver's cruising range or maintaining flight stability. The steelworks had only produced a few prototypes when war broke out, but demand for highly mobile units drove factories to begin Helldiver mass production ahead of schedule. As a result, the Army officially sanctioned the S-462 aerial MA before scientists could fix its overheating issues. Nevertheless, the introduction of this high maneuverability mech still changed the course of the war, and officials dispatched Helldivers alongside mobile air units to relatively weak areas. Unable to combat these new airborne mechs, the Dominion suffered great losses in these regions. That's a shame. There's Blackburn again, 2. Gabriel, 3. Balmung. It's Balmung. Oh, this thing. Freaking Balmung. Kill count 2. Originally designated as S-413 Special MA Mark II, the Balmung was developed as a successor to the Daneslef. Militesi officials recognized reliance upon a Lassie's power as a major design flaw, and thus reworked the crystal jammer such that it could be operated by any soldier. Moreover, this mech's jamming field extended further than that of its predecessor. The Empire deployed a number of Balmungs in the battle at Big Bridge, but a Dominion task force made quick work of the entire fleet. Yeah. Hornet 69, Panderdrum 63, Nomad 10, Midsize Carrier 4, Draco Knight 12, Wingvern, ooh, 7. These creatures form the core of the Royal Army, a fixture in every one of the kingdom's dragon platoons. By remaining constantly aloft, the Wingvern is able to rain terror down upon its opponents, while keeping out of range. Combatants unable to attack from a distance must await an opening, then strike to bring the beast to the ground. Nearly all Wingverns in existence belong to the Concordian army, but scientists have recently confirmed a related species in the wild known as the Lesser Lopros. Ho ho ho! Deepvern 1. Kingdom Central Command only deploys these high-ranking dragons with a mere handful of units because of their inability to fly, despite the fact that they have wings. However, the Deepverns compensate for their lack of mobility by controlling the climate in order to put opponents in a disadvantageous position. They can control weather. Weakens, it will begin summoning downpours and blizzards. Angering the Deepvern will also cause it to initiate a heat wave, so combatants are advised to engage this wyvern only if they are prepared for all types of inclement weather. It causes discussions, obviously. Dracobaltian, these creepy things. Look at that thing. 3 Lassie of the Azure Dragon sealed away the citizens of the lost kingdom of Dracobaltia for idolatry. These accursed worshippers of the blue dragon crystal currently live out their days in the curse mire of Naraku, awaiting the day when someone might release them from their prison and allow them to exact revenge on those who spurned them. In combat, the Dracobaltians are a vicious people. They rush towards opponents at high velocity, chomping at the bit to take a bite out of their target's flesh. Dracobaltians also produce a special kind of acid they use to poison their victims before gnawing them to bits. One can only hope these violent fiends remain exiled to the curse mire for all eternity. 29. Channel Gate 4, Hundlegs 181, Onkeg 79, Capwire 55, Flameflon 194. Iceflon's new. 1. So... Much like the Flameflon, the Iceflon is nigh impervious to physical damage. Moreover, it absorbs all ice-based attacks, converting them into restorative energy. The Iceflon's behavioral patterns mimic those of its fiery relatives, but its elemental properties are opposite, meaning a well-placed fire attack will easily melt this monster. The Royal Army has trained Iceflons, known in Concordia as Biancamanges, which we saw one of those, to serve as Sub-Zero soldiers. In addition, Rubrum researchers have recently reported sightings of a larger variety of Iceflon they are calling Asmodeus. Electric Flon 16, Aqua Flon 75, Evil Eye 180, Bad Eye 4. Hey, 4 now instead of 2, alright. Dark Eye 14, Bomb You Want It 104, Ice Bomb 2. It's 2! This cryogenic cluster absorbs all ice magic and converts it into energy. Much like its Pyrrhic cousin, the Ice Bomb self-destructs after it reaches critical mass, and similarly signals when it is about to explode. The Royal Army has found a way to harness the Ice Bomb's power and employ the creatures, known in Concordia as Cryronades, as living turrets. In recent years, rumors have surfaced regarding a larger subspecies dubbed the Krista, FF8 reference, but none have been able to provide proof of its existence, presumably because all subjects disappeared in Arctic explosions before eyewitnesses can snap a photograph. Look at this photograph! Thunderbomb 15, Doublicorn 6, Triceratops 5. Snow Giant 4. Lesser Curl 109. Curl 2. Marduk 1. Behemoth 4. 4. Record of service. I imagine we're going to be getting a lot of those filled in here. Still some of these that aren't. I think those are going to be filled out here pretty soon because we're almost done with the game pretty much. I think there's only 2 chapters left. Alright, so we got some stuff to do, some events to see, and some whatever. Of course, as usual, there are lectures. First, let's we can see about those 1, 2. Vulcan and Ignis. HP up by 500. Ignis, the little guy. Hellfire power up. Meteor mash power up. HP up. Get some more HP, sir. You punk. MP up. It's the first time that's ever happened. Okay, well, it's kind of a thing. Let's equip, let's see. We got Diamond Fists, which is better by quite a bit. By 32. Nice. Cease. Platinum Scythe. It's not actually as good. Oh, because I equipped that instead. Yeah, okay, I see. And Cater, I think, had one? Yeah, Madicite Prime. Attack up an all magic by 1. Brings up attack up by 1. I don't really use magic with her per se, so I think we'll put that on. Magicite Prime. Okay.